All right, guys, so we have a new content creator challenge and some very juicy giveaways as well. So let's take a look at it, okay? The challenge: build a team for the new event dungeon and face Rhaias-Lament. It's a event dungeon challenge. My goal is to climb through stages 15 to 30, or as high as you can, of the event dungeon as fast as possible given the restrictions. The winners shall be determined by the total clear time, and the fastest CCs will be announced as winners. The time stated in the battle results screen will be counted as your stage clearance time. In case of a tie, the priority will be given to the CC with a shorter average clear time through all stages. And here are the challenge requirements. You can't use mythical champions, and you should listen very closely here because this might be important for you as well. You can't use mythical champions, HP burn champions, enemy max HP champions. You can't use Seer, Knut, Armans, Marius, Geomancer, Sun Wukong, Baron. You must use your own account. You can't use the test server for this challenge. You can either manual or auto battle, and duplicates are not allowed. Some additional points: while progressing through the stages, you can make the changes to your team. You can make changes to your team like swapping champions, changing gear only twice. You can stop the stage mid-fight and start over, or if you fail to complete the stage, you can retry it, but all your attempts will go towards total clear time. Once you clear the stage, you are not allowed to retry it in an attempt to achieve a better time. Every retry will be counted as a failed attempt and added to your total time. Your video submission must include full battles of all 15 stages, including the battle results screen. Naturally, you can speed up the footage in your video. So there you go. These are the rules and requirements. And let's take a look at the giveaway rewards. Okay, so depending on my performance, I can give away some of these rewards. Okay, if I place first, I can give away 2 legendary skill tomes, 1 XP barrel, 300 energy, 500,000 silver, 2 arena token refills. Third place, only 1 legendary skill tome. Fourth and fifth place as well, less silver and less energy. And then if you place outside of the fifth place, outside of the top 5, the participation reward is 1 legendary skill tome, 50 XP brews, 100 energy, 100,000 silver, 2 arena token refills. I guess the legendary skill tomes are the best in here, obviously. And guys, I went completely out of my way for this challenge, okay? I invested so many resources so you guys can get better rewards from this giveaway. So please make sure to hit that like button, also subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment if you want to get one of these giveaway rewards. I will announce 5 winners, and hopefully I can place in the top 5, so you can get some juicy rewards there, okay? But that's not all. We also have another giveaway, and here you have to put a little bit more effort in. So as we already did before, this time we'll also offer to join the challenge for a chance to win ORN avatar, okay? The rules will be a bit different, but still very straightforward. So each content creator will be able to give out 10 avatars, all right? So I can give out 10 ORN avatars. When selecting avatar winners, the priority should be given to the players who followed all challenge rules and cleared the highest stage in the shortest time. So basically, you have to record the full battle of the highest stage you can reach uninterrupted, and you should send me a link on Discord to that video, or you can also submit it on my Discord. I will have a section there where you can submit your video for this challenge to get the ORN avatar. I will pick 10 winners out of there, right? But as I said, you can also just send me a link in my DMs, no problem. The video must include the player's UID, so make sure your ID is in the video. And June the 30th is the deadline for me to send them the winners. So you have until June the 30th time. It would be better if you do it before, right? So make sure to submit your video until then. yeah, once again, these are the rules right here. Make sure to follow them, okay? No mythical champions, no HP burn champions, no enemy max HP champions. Even if you don't use the HP burn or the enemy max HP hits, you can't use those champions. You can't use Seer, Knut, Armance, Marius, Geomancer, Sun Wukong, Baron. It must be your own account. Test server, you don't have access to test server anyway, and I don't I don't have access either. It doesn't matter if manual or auto, both works, and no dupes, okay? Don't use the same champion twice. These are the rules. You have to beat the highest stage possible as fast as you can, okay? And that's it. All right then, let's get into it. We have to start with stage 15. And this is the team that I'm gonna use. Gonna use an ally attack team, okay? I kind of like used my fully awakened champions, or the ones that I have the most awakening levels on. I tried to get a weaken in here on an A1. I tried to get a decreased defense on the A1. And then 2 champions that can hit really hard. Fenix has like the highest A1 multiplier because he hits twice, which is amazing. Ezio has a 100% chance to place a decreased defense. Tholin only a 75%, I think, if it's a boss, and it cannot be resisted, so he doesn't really need accuracy, which is pretty cool. I think I still build him with accuracy for some reason. Let me actually check. So yeah, but the accuracy is not needed, okay? The accuracy is not needed. You can definitely skip the accuracy because this effect cannot be resisted by enemies from the corrupted alliance, bosses, or minions. So yeah, the weaken is unresistible, so you can definitely drop the accuracy, push the attack, but I don't think it's needed for me here. I will have to change the team once, but yeah, this is pretty much what we're going with, okay? So Patrick is the fastest. 305 speed is all you need to be faster than the event dungeon boss or the minions. And then he goes in with the ally attack, and because of the passive, he's placing the increased attack, okay? Usually people use Mikage here, but mythical champions are not allowed, so I had to come up with something else, and Patrick is kind of like the next best option. And yeah, so as soon as he takes a turn, he places the increased attack on everybody else, and I have him in a 9-piece protection set, so that gives 5% more damage as well. And then also, when he uses the ally attack, he's buffing continuous heal, which also gives 5% more damage, okay? So then Tholin goes first. We have the attack aura with him. He places the weaken, then Ezio the decreased defense right here. It's a 100% chance. Gala goes in with the A1. I have a 6-star Gala long braids. Her multipliers on the A1 are very low, but she has that 30% def ignore on her A1, so she basically ignores 100% defense because I have her in a merciless set. And then she has a 6-star crushing rend. Obviously, I'm talking about stage 30, right? On the lower stages, it's less def ignore from crushing rend because the level is lower from the boss. But on stage 30, it's 35% def ignore on the boss because the boss is level 350. And then 35% from the merciless set, and then 30% here. So you can basically give her something else but Cat's Gaze. But other than that, everybody else has a Cat's Gaze. It was pretty costly for me to do this. So like I said, make sure to hit that like button, okay? And also make sure to comment with your UMID for the giveaway. But yeah, the cool thing about this is that you don't have to worry about speed at all. Other than Patrick, just Patrick has to go first. Everybody else doesn't need to take a turn at all. Okay, so that's what we're going to go with until we face Neve in the enemy team, all right? So let's do this. First run. Patrick should target the boss every time because I think the boss has the lowest HP. So that's 1 second. And I think this will be the case throughout um, the stages until 28 or 27. So that's 2 seconds. Got 3. Let's see. Yeah, I wish I had a 6-star Fenix. That would kind of make it a lot easier for me. Because once we face the boss on stage 27, I believe it was, then I need to change things around to be able to do it. And that's kind of like what it is. But now let's keep going. And yeah, even with a 5-star, I mean, he's not even going right now, right? Like, Fenix isn't even joining the ally attack. We deal enough damage. All right, stage 21. Yeah, I really hope for a 6-star Fenix at some point. That would make my life easier for things like this. Okay, stage... What stage is it? Stage 22, 23? I forgot. 22. Okay, so 1 second all the way. Let's keep going. All right. Another second right there. I think we're really doing good, okay? So we might place in the top 5. Not sure, but maybe, okay? Hopefully. I mean, it can't get better than 1 second, to be honest. I'm actually gonna keep this. Say, a lot of people are frustrated about Pinpoint, but I still think it's a good set. I'm not gonna drop a lot of energy in here, but, you know, I wouldn't mind some good pieces, obviously. So stage 25. Stage 26. We got 4 more to go here. Another second. So as soon as Neve joins the enemy team, that's when things get a little bit more complicated because you have to get rid of the block damage. And there are a few ways to do it. And we're going to talk about that in a second. Stage 27. All right, there we go. Another second. All right, now we have Neve in a team, and this is where it gets a little bit more complicated. Like I said, now we have to remove the block damage. And the thing is, you could use somebody like Granite, right? You could use somebody like Granite. But the thing is, my Granite has a 4-star soul, so it's not really... He's not right there. Like, he can't really deal damage right now. With a 6-star soul, he would absolutely smack, but if I use him instead of Ryan here, I would have to use somebody else for weaken. Then I would have to drop Gala Long Braids probably, and then I'm missing damage. So that's kind of like the thing. But if you have a high blessing, like a 5-star or 6-star, you could do something like this, I guess. Let me see. Something like this. But you would have to make sure that Granite goes first with the ally attack, right? And this is also pretty cool because he has 20% crit rate. So you can build them with 80% crit rate. The 20% crit rate aura, you can build around that. And then you have to make sure that Tolin goes first with the weaken, that you place the weaken, decrease defense before Fenix goes, because Fenix has the highest multipliers. You want to deal damage with him when the debuffs are placed. That's something you could do. But the problem for me is that I have a 3-star on Tolin, 4-star on Granite, and it's just not enough. It's just not enough, so I have to do something like this. Unfortunately, I have him in a Pharaoh set, and the thing is, he would strip the block damage, place the weaken with the same skill, and then with the ally attack, he also has block buffs on the A1. So that's 2 debuffs that give 10% more damage, and that should be enough to do it, okay? Also, I gave him cruelty, so at least I got a little bit of damage out of him. All right, so let's try this. There we go. We stripped the block damage, the weaken was placed, and done. 2 seconds now because we have to go with Ryan first, so he's faster than Pedrick now. That's also another thing that you have to keep in mind. We have to be first with Ryan or Rian, or however you say that name. Strip the block damage, place the weaken, and then Pedrick goes in. Stage 29. And here we go again. Another 2 seconds. Gonna keep that ring. And now let's see. Final stage. And there we go. Another 2 seconds. And that's it. Got it done. Perfect. So that's 13 times 1 second, and then another 6. So 19 seconds from stage 15 to stage 30. I wish I had a 6-star Fenix so I can drop, that would allow me to drop Ryan here, and Fenix would deal enough damage to get rid of Rhaya. But now let me show you the builds, because I invested so much to do this. Yeah, let's take a look. All right, let's go with Pedrick first. So he's in a 9-piece protection set, right, to get a little bit more damage out of his buffs and out of his ally attack because of the continuous heals and the buffs he places with his passive. And he's at 305 speed. That's all I cared about. Everything else doesn't matter. He just needs to be a little bit faster than 300. 305 is totally fine. As you saw, we went first, okay? Then we had Ryan. And Ryan is in a 9-piece Feral set because we're placing debuffs, right? I just wanted him to be, or her, I don't actually know. I wanted this champion to be faster than 305, right? Faster than Pedrick, because I needed to strip down the block damage, okay? 500 accuracy is totally fine because we use this accuracy aura. I think 520 is where you want to be at on stage 30. Yeah, no relic. Masteries also don't matter. All you really care about is being faster than Pedrick or your ally attack champion and having enough accuracy, okay? So now, let's take a look at Ezio. Ezio in a 6-piece Merciless set, Zeal, 1 piece of Feral. These are the stats. 7.3k attack, crit capped, 406 crit damage, and 420 accuracy. Definitely want to have that accuracy. We need to place a decreased defense, completely booked, Cat's Gaze with this gemstone, the Dungeon Delver, and this is what pretty much is on every damage dealing champion that I use, the Cat's Gaze. And that costs a lot to remove and move around, so yeah. I don't think I'm going to ever do this again because it really hurt my Starstone count, but it's okay. Yeah, the A1, 100% chance to place a decreased defense, very important. Also the 20% more damage, right? This needs to be booked. Crushing Rend, I have a 5-star Crushing Rend. Normally I wouldn't use Crushing Rend on a 5-star blessing, but because the first 2 hits each round will ignore a percentage of the target's defense, I think this is the best blessing that I can use here, right, for this ally attack thing. everything else wouldn't give that much damage. It's 15% def ignore. On 6-star, it gives 35% def ignore on stage 30, right? So yeah, the difference is quite significant, and also it's every hit, right? There's difference between 5 and lower, between 6-star, and that is every hit will ignore a percentage of the target's defense. Very significant difference, okay? And the masteries here, crit rate, crit damage, increases the damage inflicted by 8% for the first hit. I pretty much got the same masteries on everybody. Then this here increases damage inflicted by 6% when attacking targets with higher max HP. Increases the damage inflicted by this champion's default skill by 2% each time it is used during a battle. I don't think this actually does anything here, but still I have to go with Ham Smasher, okay, to get to eventually to 100% def ignore, which helps a lot. And then Lore of Steel to increase the base stats from set bony, so that means more crit damage, more attack from the Merciless set. And that is pretty much the build that I use on any champion, on any damage dealing champion. Let's go with Fennex, because with Fennex, he has my best gear, my best Merciless Zeal gear, right? He's in Merciless and Zeal. I don't need accuracy on him, doesn't really matter. I have a Slayer piece for 5% crit rate. And these are the stats: 9.2k attack, crit capped, 408 crit damage. He has the Cat's Gaze as well, Boss Slayer, additional def ignore because we have 2 or more debuffs, right? We have weaken, decrease defense, block buffs. Crushing Rend, 5-star Crushing Rend. So he ignores additional defense there. And yeah, same masteries. Okay, same masteries. But yeah, he doesn't need accuracy, so I was able to stack more attack here. And this is my best gear. As you can see, everything is ascended. I also have crazy glyphs here and there. Okay, so yeah. The things I had to do, I used those legendary glyphs for this challenge. Okay, because I wasn't quite there with the damage. It was like a little bit was missing because I don't have the 6-star Crushing Rend. Okay, so I used glyphs. I used all my Starstone almost. Moved gemstones around. I even got masteries on some of these champions. Just so you guys can have some nice giveaway rewards eventually. As you can see, Tholin is not even booked fully, but this definitely helps to make sure he places the weaken more consistently. And as I said, he doesn't need accuracy, but when I build him, after I build him, I just realized he doesn't need accuracy, so you can drop the accuracy completely for boss fights, pump up the crit damage and attack. He's also not crit capped, but also wasn't needed for the lower stages, right? And yeah, also has the Cat's Gaze, kind of like the same masteries. Only with him I have Sniper, because that gives an additional 5% chance to place the debuff with his A1. Right, so it's technically at a 65% chance, and if I would book it one more time, that's 80%. All right, but yeah, these are the stats. Same thing again, Merciless Zeal. Yeah, I don't think it was needed, but hey, still I did it. Checked Ezio already. Gala Long Braids. And she's actually pretty interesting. I wish her A1 multiplier was higher. Again, Merciless Zeal, 8.3k attack, 442 crit damage. And this was the relic that I used on her because she's already at 100% def ignore on stage 30. We have 35% def ignore from the Merciless, 35 from the Crushing Rend. It's the 6-star Crushing Rend. That's 70. And the A1 already ignores 30%. So it's 100% def ignore, so you don't need a Cat's Gaze on her. I gave her the Essence Quencher, which gives, a lot of crit damage attack, and then 9% of the target's turn meter as extra damage. 10% extra damage from Dungeon Delver, and then here on the second hit we have like 6% more damage, right? It's a multi-hit. And because I'm already at 100% Death Ignore, I don't have to go with Ham Smasher. You can go with Flawless Execution. Alright, and yeah. Did I forget anybody? I think that was pretty much everybody that I used. Let me actually check one more time. Yeah, that's pretty much everybody. Alright, so we got the builds. Like I said, if you want to take part in this giveaway, make sure to comment in the comment section below. And also don't forget your UMID, so I can make sure you get the giveaway. And I will announce the 5 winners from the normal giveaway until June the 30th. But then also don't forget about this challenge. If you want to get the ORN avatar, make sure to record the highest stage you can beat of the event dungeon with the rules that we had. But you don't have to climb from stage 15 to 30. You just have to beat the highest stage you possibly can as fast as possible. Make sure your UMID is in the video as well, and send the video to me, okay? You can do it on Discord. You can join my Discord, do it there. I will have a section there where you can submit your videos. And yeah, I will pick 10 winners, okay, for the avatar. And that's it for this video, okay? So good luck on the giveaway, on both of them. I hope you enjoyed. If you enjoyed, please hit that like button. Also subscribe to the channel. And if you like this video, YouTube's gonna think that you like this one as well. Take care and see you in the next one.